Hi, welcome to the Malaysian Food Heritage. For this segment, I'm going to teach you how to make Malaysian main dishes. First of all, we're going to make shrimp sambal. And the ingredients for today, we need sliced shallots, sliced lemongrass, turmeric leaves, some kaffir lime leaves already sliced, chili sauce, tomato sauce. I have here already grinded chili paste, some salt, some shrimp paste, oil, and also I got a bowl of shrimp for the shrimp sambal. So basically, shrimp sambal is very popular in Malaysia, and sambal, the main ingredient for sambal is chili paste. And chili, we use a lot of chili. Then there are many different types of chilies that is used in our cooking, from fresh chilies to dry chilies, but iced chilies, green chilies. And different type of chilies will be used for different purpose. So basically, our dish today, as you can see, is going to be red in color. And shrimp sambal, the recipe that I'm showing you is very simple, easy to do. So first of all, you need some oil. Heat up some oil. And as I told you in the previous segment, cooking or frying the onions or the ingredients using low heat is very important in Malaysian cooking, so that you get a good taste or a good flavor of the food. You cannot do it very fast, but it takes some time. So now I'm going to pour a bit of oil in the pan. And I'm going to throw in the shallots. In Malaysia, we have Malay, Chinese, and Indians. And the dishes that I'm going to show you today will showcase the food of different ethnic. However, it's practiced by the Malays. There's Chinese influence, there's Indian influence in the Malay food itself. So our food are very rich and also got a different flavor. So now I'm frying the onions. And what you want to do, you need to slice the onion very thin and then fry it until it's golden browned. Some people would blend this or mash it or pound it until fine, but I just like to slice it. When you slice, you get more flavor of the onions in your dish. Also, besides, using these ingredients, besides using shrimp, you also can use fish or meat. You just change the protein. So it's all up to you. But most popular is the shrimp sambal in Malaysia. And I practiced this sambal for many, many years. People do it different way, and this is my way of doing it, and people enjoy it so much. So now you can see that the shallots is already brown. Okay, next thing what you need to add is don't get it burned. Reduce your heat, and add the chili paste, yeah, is the next step. Okay, while the chili paste is cooking, I'm going to dilute or mash the shrimp paste with a bit of water. Or sometimes what you can do, you also can blend this with the chili paste, so you don't have to mix with water anymore. You need to have shrimp paste in this recipe because this will give the taste to the sambal. Without the shrimp paste, this sambal will not be very tasteful or be very nice. The shrimp paste will give additional flavor to the sambal, a strong flavor to the sambal. So it's already diluted. Again, this is the most crucial time in the cooking process whereby you need to really cook the chili. If not, the chili, your sambal would taste the raw taste of the chili. And using slow fire over slow heat, you need to cook this chili paste properly. Also, you know when the chili is really cooked when it changes the color from a darker red to, from a red to a darker red. Then it's cooked. And also, I tend to put lots of onion in this dish because the onion will give a lot of sweetness in this sambal. Sambal is very popular. People make sambal every day from different size of shrimps, from little shrimps to the largest size of shrimps. And sometimes, Malaysian, they don't put tomato sauce or chili sauce, but they put tamarind juice to give the sourness to the dish. If you feel it's too dry, you can add a little bit of oil, because the oil will help the chili to cook faster because it's soaked in the oil, but don't use too much oil. And when you go to the market, people would normally ask, with this one I use dry chilies, dry red chilies. And there are different type of red chilies that will give different heat to the dish. Some chilies are really, really hot, some chilies are mild, but some are not hot at all. So when you go to the market, you have to ask to the shopkeepers or to the sellers whether this chili is hot or not. If it's too hot, then it's going to be, your sambal is going to be very, very spicy. So it takes a while to cook this paste. You imagine how much time you need to, if you cook a lot of this. So you need to do lots of pre-preparation. Or sometimes what I do is that I cook a lot of this paste and then use it later. So I cook a lot and then use it a little bit whenever I want to cook the sambal. So I'm going to reduce the heat, not too strong. Also now the aroma is coming out from the shallots and from the chili. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of the chili, the shrimp paste. A few teaspoons. And also again continue sauteing or cooking this paste. So you have to again to be able to play with the heat. Sometimes you reduce it, sometimes you increase it. It depends. Too high heat will burn this quickly. But then the flavor is not going to be as good as you expected. So you'll be able to adjust the heat. That's important. Okay. Now I'm going to add the lemongrass, sliced lemongrass. I'm going to add some water to it because it's getting dry. Add a bit of oil. So now you can smell the aroma. Very strong aroma of the shrimp paste. You don't want it to be too dry, because if it's too dry, you're going to get burned easily. The bottom part will get burned easily. And next, I'm going to add the chili sauce. Just half of this will do. So a little bit. I'm reducing the heat again. And tomato sauce. So this one is a combination of chili sauce, tomato sauce, and the chili paste, and it gives the sweet and sour taste to this sambal. So let it cook for a while. As I've said, I have been using these recipes. I've created these recipes. Actually, this is my own recipes that I created many, many years ago. And people tend to like these recipes very much because and it's very easy to make and fast and quick. The taste, of course, is good taste, very, very rich flavor. And since, we have already put the shrimp paste. Shrimp paste is kind of very salty. You don't need too much salt in it. But you also can, if you want to put salt, you can put a little bit of salt. I'm adding a little bit of salt just to taste. And finally, I'm going to add this shrimp. I'm using a tiger shrimp or tiger prawn, we call it in Malaysia. Or sometimes, what you can do, you also can fry, like shallow frying the prawn before you add it into the paste, the chili paste. Add some water. So that there is a little bit of sauce and it's not too dry. So I'm adding some liquid to this. Not too dry. And also shrimp would take only a few minutes, not more than 10 minutes, but very quick to cook shrimp. Yeah. And also you cannot cook it too long, it's going to get very tough. So stir. Increase the heat a bit. And finally, I'm going to add the turmeric leaves. If you don't have this, it's fine. You can use basil or any kind of herbs that you have. And also the lime leaves or kaffir lime leaves. And again, these herbs will give different aroma to this sambal. Typically, when we cook it for lunch or dinner, we don't really put this, but I add this to give additional kick to this dish. Give more flavor to your dish because the herbs are all very aromatic and it gives a good flavor to your sambal udang. So basically that's it. So I'm done with it. I'm just going to wait for a while and then I'm going to make the second dish next. So there you go. This is our shrimp sambal. It's ready.